Okay, I thought of another thing. They're talking a lot right now about also the control of um, the things that people shoot with. And a lot of people are freaking out because they're letting all of these prisoners out, and the prisoners are doing things to people. And in the cities, I guess there's a lot of crime going on, and it's very dangerous. I'm glad that I'm not rural. Man, I'm glad that I moved out of the city before all this happened. But so there's a lot of crime going on. And so the people are freaking out, like, oh my gosh, you're going to take our things and we're just, that's it. But I think there's also another reason about it. Like, I don't think there is that many people in the cities who all have them. I just don't think so. They have more access to police. They have, I know that some people have them, and if they have them, they may have, one or two for protection. But it's nothing compared to the people who live out rural, or the people who live in communities that hunt. There's people who their entire um, entire I don't say meal, because it's for their year. I've known people, and they will go and get their hunting license, and then the guys will go out and hunt, and they will get their, how many they're allowed. There's like a certain thing. You're only allowed a certain amount of this or that. It's a whole bunch of rules. But they'll go and get them, and they'll get them cut up, and sometimes people will swap or sell it or something. But people have all of those big freezers and shit. They're stocked with meat. I think that's one of the big things they're trying to hit. I don't think that they're near as concerned about crime as they are about getting every single person under their control. And what we consume is the hugest. How else can they control us in the most significant way? Is what we consume, our energy, what we eat. And I mean, you can just see it. I think that they, in my timeline of my life that I've been alive on this planet right now, that what they've done with farms. I came from a farm community where I was born, because I was born in Kansas. And I've talked about before, both my grandpas were farmers. And I know one of my cousins, he's still a farmer, but he's a millionaire. And but from what I understand, he's made a lot of money off of land, because they went in and they bought land. They bankrupted the farms, then bought their land, and it was just a huge destruction of control, of total control over the prices of the food, how the food, the quality of the food. Like the FDA, that's all of the organizations that are overseen, they're all from the same thing. They aren't really, it's not like we formed a community of people and we're going to go in and oversee. No, they did it for us. They'll oversee themselves. We don't need to worry about it, We don't need to worry about shit. They've got it all under control. That's the whole fucking problem. They've got it all under control. So I think that has a lot more, and I don't even think people are thinking about it like that. They just are, there's so much crime going on, and I guess there's been, several false flags. We saw that coming. And we knew that they were going to be, anything that they want to take away from us, they got to hit us hard. Or anything that they want to add on, like the plastics and bullshit, the safety, all their safety regulations. You know, they've always got to have some tragic event to get us all upset so we can, please save us, government. Oh my God. All the shit that we've tried to have them save us, and they were the ones that were fucking doing it. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, people are not seeing, I don't think. I mean, probably the people who live that way, but it's not like the people who are in the cities who are scared of having this invasion come in, especially with all this stuff hanging over us right now with the riots and shit that we know are coming, unless they step in, you know, and do something about it now. We know what's coming. You know, we don't, it's like we're on that river raft. We can see some shitty shit right up there. We don't know if we're gonna hit it, but we know it's up there. That's how this feels. It's like, oh my God, how much more? But you know, I know that they're really not going to be able to go that far as to take these things, but you know, people really need to consider, besides the guys that are in these little towns that do live like that, of what it is they're trying to do, because that's who they're trying to take the power away from. Those people. Those are the people that they see as the patriots and the people who are all about country, all about America, what makes America great. And it was the heartland. It was, you know, people came here because they were excited to see what they could do with their lives. There was just so much possibility here. You know, it was just like a blank canvas, and everybody could come in and find their place and do their painting. You know, it was like beautiful. And then the greed and the corruptors, they just can't stop themselves. They have to. I mean, what a decrepit life. I was just thinking, in one of the in that documentary that I was talking about a few minutes ago, it's the third phase of the moon guy did it. I can't remember the name, because he said he named it, and right after he named it, it came out in the news and said the exact headline. It was Full Disclosure Coming or something like that. But in it, he talks to, I think it was one of the Rockefellers, because one of the Rockefellers wanted there to be disclosure. This old guy. But anyways, I was just picturing him, and what a fucking relic. Seriously. I think he probably looked like he died fucking a few hundred years ago. That's the thing about these people. I don't think they're natural beings. They're not. They're decrepit because they're so full of evil and corruption. You know, you fill yourself with love and light, then you're going to shine. You're going to make people feel good. You're going to bring light to the world. You know, you fill yourself with love and light. You focus on love and light. You try and find the love and light in everything, right? If you're just always focused on what you can take from people, and you're always needing to fill this empty hole in yourself with taking from other people, you're going to start looking like what you are, a parasitic relic, you know? And that's what they look like. Seriously, that's what he totally looked like. All of them. It's disgusting. I think we should probably do exorcisms over our phone, even saying their names. There's one person's name that I think will end up being an urban legend, that you will not want to say their name in a group 3 times, because I think the devil definitely would come. But I think people have really got to start seeing this is about control, and it's not just about control of the weapons. They want it to completely control of our food, what we consume in every single way. It is about energy. And they do understand that we are energy. They understand we're energetic beings. That's why they probably want to turn us into AI. They got a fucking battery right there. Because we are the battery charge. They've just got the control over what the fuck we do. If people don't wake up, they're all going to be a bunch of fucking battery-operated zombies. They're already the zombie part. You got to get them out of the zombie part. they don't have the smart part in there yet. Elon Musk even talks about it. That's the goals. They want to convince you that they can make you smarter. Just let them. They've already done this. They've already got their little whatever bots in there, and then they can make the environmental thing take you out at any moment. Total control. Total control over our food, and because that is what the primary reason why people have guns is for hunting. That is, I bet you if we did, I haven't looked up the statistics, and who knows even if statistics are real. But the thing I base it on is when I started watching The Last President, that year of 2020, when I was watching him, and I started watching his rallies, I was watching him talk, I just really started paying attention to what he was talking about. And I started seeing who the people were who were coming out, who loved him, the people who he was giving jobs back, who was bringing back life into these parts of America that they had already, sucked the life out of, left them empty and decaying. People that were the heartland, and they were consuming them like the parasitic creature, this parasitic energy that they, and they were killing parts of America. And when I started watching and seeing these people, I was like, oh my gosh, that's why he's so loved in some of these places. And this is the people in the cities are convinced that they're the be-all and end-all of all things. But the world couldn't go on without the farmers and the ones who really, there's the machinery that runs the world, and then there's the little tinctury things. I see the city dwellers as just being, they go work at jobs and stuff like that, but we could replace them. They get replaced all the time. When you go do those kinds of things, though, that you are what is, they built a country on what these people have done. Even, the car manufacturing, when we had it here, that's how we got our cars. I remember when they started bringing in the cars from Japan, when they started bringing Hondas and Toyotas, and there's a lot of people that were like, we're not driving that shit. But before that, we were independent. We had our own cars. They were made here. And the people that worked in those plants, that kept whole entire cities thriving, those manufacturing plants, And when they took those and they moved them over across the sea so they could still do slavery legally, then all those jobs, so it destroyed us so that they could go and be slave owners over there. But our country was being destroyed, and then they could do whatever pricing they wanted. They could say how much ever anything was, because it was out of our control. We didn't even have plants anymore. All people in those different places, they just got depressed, and it destroyed families, it destroyed communities, it destroyed so much when they took away people's jobs. And they did it to the farmers, the manufacturing industry, all of the stuff that people had created America by doing these things, and they took it away from us so that we couldn't even sell our wares. How could we sell something we didn't even have? We weren't making shit, and then we're having to pay, and they're being able to tell us. I could never. Man, when we were waiting in those gas lines, I was like, please, somebody explain to me why we're waiting in these gas lines because Iran has got a problem. We've got, especially growing up in Dallas or in Texas, fucking oil wells everywhere. It's like we got our own fucking oil. Why are we buying it from them? And people will be, well, we got to save ours. We're just going to use theirs up first. Then we'll have to sell it to them. Like, that is not logical at all. I mean, that's the long-term plan. That sounds like the government plan. That sounds like what the government says. Because it sounds like a load of shit to me. But anyways, I just think that, hopefully people are going to wake up and see, this thing about the control of weapons is not, it's about just taking more control, not just controlling, like, you can't have this, we say so, but you can't go out and get your own food. You're going to get our food from us. Just like, now they want to have you have to have a little thing in order to even travel. Like, it's up to fucking them? Are you fucking kidding me? This is a free fucking world. God damn. It just boggles my mind. Because not only do these groups think that they can tell us what to do, as fucking, we're all God's, I don't think they're God's creatures. I don't know what the fuck they are. Satan's creatures, whatever the fuck. But, it just makes no sense. Where not only do these beings think that they can tell us, especially when some of us are awake and we're saying, fuck you. But there's so many people who just let them. Fuck. Yeah. You can force me to put chemicals in my body in order to travel? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my gosh. See, I'm in a mood. But anyways, I wanted to add that on. I'm not tech savvy to start editing and shit. I just don't want to do that. I'd just rather be just regular. This is just who I am. I think that is what people are wanting anyways, is just, we're all sick of all the fake bullshit, I mean, just the shit that all these girls keep doing to their fucking faces to try and look like this ideal that people are selling them. I just think everybody just wants to just let out a breath and just be themselves and just, let the fillers go and let all that stuff, stop coloring your hair. Just be yourself and love yourself. Stop trying to be whatever it is that they're trying to sell us on all the fucking time. Because that's all it is. And they're really to the bottom. They're at their lowest right now, I mean, they're hitting children. Little children. So, I had just seen a commercial that just has been stuck in my head about how many girls now, not only do they think they're really boys, but they want to get the surgery. It's the most highest numbers ever, of course. But nobody question it. Nope, all these girls are just suddenly being born this way. Oh, no, it's our new open progressive society. That's it. We're so progressive now. People can really get in touch with themselves. Oh my God, people wake up to the fucking agenda all around you. All around you. Look into anything. Any fucking thing. They're lying to you. There's an agenda. Someone's out to make a buck, and it ain't gonna be you. So, think for your fucking selves. Talk to you later.